There are some people in our country that believe that heat pumps are a technology being forced on the unwilling British public for some nefarious reason. Well, you might be listening to us at Elite Renewables and thinking, yeah, well, of course you're biased, you're heat pump installers. So today we want to introduce you to someone who is not from Elite Renewables. This is Maddy, and Maddy's a client of Elite Renewables. We installed a heat pump for her a few years ago. And since then, Maddy has become a bit of a heat pump advocate. She's not only given talks and lectures to people about the benefits of living with a heat pump, she invites people into her home via visitaheatpump.com to come and experience what it's actually like.
So I trained originally as a process engineer. So the technology of heat pumps seems fairly straightforward to me. They're very efficient, they use less energy, cleaner than gas. It just seemed obvious that when they became widely available for homes, people would choose to have a heat pump rather than a gas boiler because of all the advantages. And for most people who have to make a decision about a new heating system, I think it'd be really helpful if they had more factual information and more truthful information on which they could make a balanced decision rather than suffering from all these misconceptions and frankly myths, possibly untruths, which are being published far too often and making it more difficult for people. They're not expensive to run, they're not noisy, they're reliable, your house is nice and warm. So there's really no reason that people shouldn't have the chance to get a heat pump if their boiler is coming to the end of its life and they want to choose a system that might even be cheaper to run.
And Maddy, it's worth saying, isn't it, that there is no incentive for you to do this?
No, I don't get paid by anybody. I'm a trustee at a charity which is interested in the transition, but that's an unpaid job. I just got really, really annoyed that people were being lied to and that they weren't able to make a good decision. And somebody needs to stand up and say, these things are not true, so please stop publishing them.